Hello and welcome back to the desk for the ESL ESEA Pro League finals. We have had a manic day so far where everything you thought you knew about CSGO has been turned on its head. I'm not alone. I'm joined by this time D-Man, Devilwalk and Natu. Great to have you guys on the desk. And this is the first time we've got you here as well, D-Man.
Yeah, I thought I'd, impart my knowledge across you guys. I'm not sure how that's really going to work with two players, like a former pro player and a current pro player.
You can just be a secondary me. We'll just talk to them and nod. We'll just be like, oh, so wise, so wise.
But I've had the benefit that I've been able to talk to all the players while we're here.
And that's what we're going to be taking from you. But yeah, I mean, we've got another interesting game on our hands, folks. Cloud9 up against Virtus.Pro. And I mean, let's be frank. That's what I was going to use. I was like, do people understand that expression? People use that expression?
Yeah. Very English.
Let's be frank, whoever he is. Let's talk about how this one is going to shape up, considering we weren't expecting this. Like, let's be honest, we did a prep. We said, like, okay, who's going to meet who? Who's going to beat who? We were not expecting Cloud9 Virtus.Pro.
No, definitely not. But I think first things first, I don't think Cloud9 is going to get another cash match, though. That's okay. I don't think that's happening after what happened against Envy.
They're against Virtus.Pro.
Yeah, but still.
That's their best map. It may happen. They may actually want it.
God.
I mean, I don't know. I'm 50-50. I was so impressed by how Cloud9 actually managed to be Envy. So I kind of feel like they still have... I'm like hoping.
Yeah, the bird is gonna fly. The bird is gonna fly.
I can't
have that weird feeling.
When you guys were casting that match, I was in the arena watching it. The smile on Neo's face when TSM lost, it was just like, we're the only European team that's won so far. This is so great.
That's insane. We're 4 games in, and VP is the only European team to have won. Putting it like that really does put it into perspective.
It has blown the tournament completely out of the water. Like everybody. Has lost a lot of skins today.
Yeah,
because like looking at the brackets, literally everybody wrote off America. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
It was, well, the first 4 games, why bother watching? That's what a lot of people said. And it has legitimized, yes, it's best of 1. But that's 3 games. That's Fnatic. That's TSM and Envious. These are 3 of the best teams in the world. And they've all lost in best of 1.
Top 3, yeah.
Yeah.
The top 3 toppled, and I mean, there's so many other factors that will be taken into account. And this is kind of going to be the water test. That's not the litmus test. There we go. Yeah. To see how they're performing, because I mean, Cloud9, yes, they picked up one astounding result. If they pick up a second, that's when we can just jump on that NA hype train and start tooting that horn. But not yet, not yet. I don't think we're quite ready for that. And Devilwalk, when you go into this matchup, let's first start talking about Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean. The way Sean called, and I mean, it's been all over like HLTV, like Reddit threads, all over. Like, he had such a read on how they played, and they just executed it perfectly. I think Lurpus tweeted something about like it was 16-2 after those like initial round, like 10 rounds they won each half. I mean, that's how dominating it was. I mean, it's the worst start possible on each side you can have in Counter-Strike, and they still managed to beat them. And if they can continue doing what they did there, great communication, they were always in position to revenge frag, forcing people out, getting those entries, and executing together. I think they have a chance, but I mean, we saw how powerful Virtus was as well. I mean, it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, and Natu, some closing thoughts on Cloud9 before we talk about the Virtus.Pro lineup.
Yeah, definitely. Like he said, it was a pitch-perfect combination of a well-executed strategy, decision-making, late round, and players just playing on top of their gameplay. It's going to take another tremendous Cadoodle performance. Yep. The Shroud needs to keep up his pace. All of them just need to play really well. Needless to say.
Yeah. These guys have met a lot recently, though, Lee. Like these guys have regularly played against each other.
Yeah, I mean, I just talked to Sean before. It's like, oh well, what a surprise! We got Virtus.Pro again. It's like we meet them every single tournament. They've been over at Gfinity. I think they met 3-4 times in the last 3 times they've been to Gfinity that have made constantly. They were in the 3rd place playoffs. Obviously, they got knocked out by them in the last one. So this is not a strange match. They know each other. This is like a normal clash for them.
Yeah, and what's funny is they were looking at the brackets like, we're not going to play them. We've avoided them. And look what's happened. Look what's happened. It's obviously fate. These guys are meant to be together. But let's talk about their opponents, though. Virtus.Pro, who was going to be battling out to be the only European team to have a 100% win rate if they pick this one up. Let's have a look at that roster. A roster of real kind of solid individuals. Taz, Pasha, Bialy, Neo, and Snacks. And starting with you, Devilwalk. What needs to either stay the same for Virtus.Pro if they want to continue this win streak?
I mean, they're probably gonna go pretty like disrespectful into the match, exactly like they did against Luminosity. Very explosive. You know, kind of you can't really figure out where they're going, and even if you make a push, they're super ready. Very very solid. But I mean, I feel like Neo is gonna be like the key man to kind of hold those sides, being that utility player for their team.
Did you guys talk about the little book that Snax has, by the way, earlier on? He's got a little research book. He takes it to the Vetoes, so we'll see it probably when we get into the Veto stage. He's got a little book with him, so they're clearly doing a lot of research on the opposition, on what maps to veto.
We actually did something. I mean, I'm not sure if it's the exact same, but when in Fnatic, we always, the day before, we went through the veto process, like prioritizing list. So we could just send anyone doing the veto. So like Flasha would do it once, Olof, like...
Just to confuse people.
Yeah, why not? And you go from 1 to 7, and depending on what they ban, like in veto, you always have...
Hold the stare is back.
This is gonna be a longer video, I think. No.
Taz is terrifying, but no, that's another individual we should highlight. Taz, who's actually incredibly high up on the rankings from the Pro League. He's been a pretty solid individual. Natu?
Yeah. Last weekend at Gfinity, he was playing, even though they did not do well as a team. I thought Taz was one of the highlight players for me. He was doing a lot of work, and also it's been going well for him in the Pro League.
I mean, he's kind of been that player that kind of... Every once in a while, he has like these 2 or 3 months where he just completely is the best player in the team.
Yeah, streaky.
Like, but he's always like solid. He always performs, but he always gets these like couple of months. I mean, early seas go, he's by far the best player in the team, and like, yeah, he just has those. I don't know if they changed roles a lot or like. It kind of feels like they do.
I think it's when they've switched the in-game leadership once again.
Yeah.
Obviously, Taz was doing it for a while. They've switched it back to Snax. It's given them a new lease of life. We had a week period where Virtus.Pro played a lot of games in the Pro League, and Taz was playing out of his mind and constantly was coming out of 1v3 clutch situations, especially Train. He seems to really excel on Train, so one of the maps that Cloud9 may go towards, obviously.
Yeah, and you just led us beautifully onto our next topic, which is going to be the maps for this one. Very important in a best of one. We've already seen just how influential a map pick can be, and I'll start with you, Natu.
Yeah. Well, I said they will probably not get to play Cash again. This because Virtus.Pro has a deep enough map pool to not play Cash again, against Cloud9, who just obviously came from a win against Envy. So if I'm VP, I'm gonna take that asset away from Cloud9 and just ride out ban Cash.
So that's going to be let's do it that way. I like that approach. So we know they're not going to want to play Cash.
So it's going to be Veto Dust 2 and Veto Cash for Virtus.Pro.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I'm not actually sure how Cloud9 is going to approach this. I'm guessing they're not playing...
Yeah, well, I mean, we can look at what they've been successful on in the Pro League. We've seen them have a 100% win rate on 4 maps, again, against NA teams. How much can we draw from this? I don't really know. In fact, I'm almost cautious to really mention it, but I mean, it looks good on Cash, it looks good on Cobble, and it looks good on Train.
So, statistically for Virtus.Pro, Mirage and Cash are their 2 best maps.
Right.
Train, they're 905 on, I believe, so far in 2015. So they're the ones they're looking at. Inferno, they're actually not that bad on. They've definitely got better.
I don't want Cloud9 to pick Inferno.
Yeah, please no. Please do not.
Please
don't do it to us.
Don't fall into that trap. And you know, I understand why
they book with them.
I understand why they fall into that trap. Like, I mean, they played it 4 times and won 3 of them in NA. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Every time they've been to Europe, they pick Inferno.
Honestly, if Cloud9 does not have anything against Train, I could see Train being the map because I feel like VP also likes to play Train.
Is Snax trying to make himself bigger right now?
I think that's what it is.
For sure. It's like
Pasha just whispered him, like gave him a nudge and say, you know, make the biceps. That's what he's doing now.
He's a pretty big guy.
He's a big boy, that's for sure.
Now, are we still waiting for this first veto? They're having a discussion. It's obvious Snax hasn't brought his book
Either
with
that or
him.
Graham's just confused and saying the button's not working.
Yeah, I'm jabbing it as hard as I can.
He's just talking to production, so he's definitely saying, well, this is not working.
I'm trying to ban. He is trying. But I mean, so your speculation is Train, and actually that
there we go.
When you put that together, it does seem that, oh, there we go. Oh, first ban, Natu. Blow that dream out of the water.
Oh.
So Snax banned that one.
Okay.
Mirage?
Sean's took away Inferno, that's good.
No,
Mirage,
Mirage,
rather.
yeah. And you don't want Inferno. This is what you're kind of suggesting. And he can obviously hear us in the arena, so you're sending your message telepathically.
Cash did ban Cash
from VP.
Man, that's who. Yep. I shouldn't question a coach really for an IP.
I feel like that's probably a foolish decision.
Dust 2 is now open. But Taz did say that it's their strong map now.
They've been improving on it in terms of results online, but how much do you read into that towards an offline tournament when there's a lot of pressure on the line?
So Inferno, Dust 2 and Overpass remain. And you guys, Taz did very confidently say we're good at Dust 2 now.
They're not bad at Overpass either.
Not at all. In fact, that's actually going to be Dust 2 taken away from VP. So now Inferno and Overpass are the map C9. Where are they taking this?
Oh my God, this is
it going to be Inferno?
This is a no-brainer.
This should be a no-brainer. From what you've told me, and from what we've seen in the past of their European showings, Inferno should not be...
But I think Overpass is excellent.
They're going to go Overpass because I'm absolutely certain because he was 16-13 just last week. That was a close game. So that Cloud9 legitimately could have taken that one.
I know that VP is very, very solid on Overpass, so...
Overpass it is then. So 16-13 was their most recent result just last week, as you said, and that's gonna be interesting then. We have got a real game on our hands and so many questions. So if Cloud9 pick this up, they're gonna be top of their group.
They're into the semi-finals. This is the crazy thing right now. There's 3 American teams in the quarterfinals already. This is even to the point that I had to speak to Hayes as soon as he came out. It's like, wait, are we through the groups already? Technically they are. It's still GSL format, so it's just the best of 3 in the last game.
One is in top 4 at least.
Yeah, one of them is in the top 4 now. Guaranteed. That's
pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I have to say, I think I have to be the one to say that it's actually really good to see, see EU versus NA and not know the incoming result. Really, really, I think props to NA who have seemed to have. Yes, it's best of 1. We can't just judge. We've seen a couple of games, but I just want to say it is good to see solid strategy and not this kind of what Moses coined as this puggy style to some of these NA teams.
The wildest part is the fact that at the end of the day, TSM or Fnatic are out the tournament. That's the thing that literally blows my mind right now.
That's even though the other teams upset them, this is the thing I'm thinking about, how crazy that is. When 3 teams advance in group stage, one of Fnatic or TSM is going to end up last with 2 American teams in the group.
Okay.
Still crazy.
It's
still crazy.
I saw you go straight off with Pronax, actually. As soon as that game finished, it's like, whoa.
Where do we take it from here?
What happened? Yeah. I said to you guys off air, when I spoke to Carrigan said to us, immediately before they even played the game, it's like, if you realize if we lose, we play Fnatic. So that, they kind of went into the game with that in their mind. And, when there was 6-0, 1 down maybe, that was playing on their mind.
And that's such a point I think is really worth making, because TSM, I can't think of the last time they would be going into their first group game thinking we can't lose this. That's just not a thought they've... of course, they've never needed that mindset.
Well, maybe in 2014, but...
But yeah, currently.
I think the last match TSM and Fnatic played, I think Fnatic actually won 16-3 or something. It was 5 days ago or something.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. TSM being the Fnatic crypto... we should probably focus on Cloud9 game.
We certainly should. We are just waiting. There's about another kind of 2 minutes
but it's still so crazy
before we get into that one. And we can. Let's be honest.
Let's just talk about Overpass, because this is a map that they've been. In fact, I really want to look at more stats on Virtus.Pro while this happens. So give us a little bit of brief about Overpass and what it means to both these teams.
I actually think this favors VP a lot. I think it's one of their best maps, and Can
you kind of give it a little bit more detail into why you think it's one of their best maps? I know they have a lot of set plays.
Snax is so solid on that B side. He just lurks that smoke on the monster area, like the straight pipe, or what do we call it monster. I'm not sure what the
I've heard people put it long and short, but then you've got long at the side of the map.
That's weird.
It's awkward.
We
call it monster too, by the way.
Monster and catwalk, and then there's long and short. For us, at least, or us. I'm saying us. I'm not in Fnatic.
You're not there anymore, man.
Yeah.
The dream is gone.
Yeah.
The dream is gone.
But anyways, he's so solid there. Even with a rifle, he picks up the AWP at times. Just pick up that lurking player towards that B side. Gives them so much control. Very, very solid on the executes. And just great. They're one of the best teams out there.
Yeah, and then, looking at how Cloud9 have performed on Overpass, we haven't seen them on it too much. They've played it, I think there's 3 times. I don't want to get that wrong. Yeah, 3 times. Lost just once, and that was to Keydstars. I mean, Keydstars beat them 16-6 quite convincingly, and I don't know how much that tells us about their Overpass, but if you're losing to Keydstars, how are you going to fare against Virtus.Pro? That's the next question.
I mean, like, statistically, they're 4-0-4. 4-0-4, 4-0 is a draw, obviously. 4-4 overall in 2015. They're 0-2 on land. This is Cloud9. Virtus.Pro, on the other hand, are 39, and they've got a much better record on land as well. But I don't think that's going to surprise anyone really about Overpass, because obviously Virtus.Pro play a lot more tournaments.
I also think like Overpass is a map. It's very, very hard to like keep your team like together and not get picked off from like CTs, because there's like so many sneaky angles, like toilet area where CTs can hide it, like, and you cannot really always be in a place where you can revenge frag. It's really, really hard to be in that sort of position. So I kind of feel like Cloud9 kind of need to keep their team together, and it's going to be really, really tough on Overpass.
So how big a deal do we think Skadoodle's going to be in this game? Because obviously he was a massive part in the previous matchup. He locked down A site. Obviously he's going to be on A site, you would assume, on this map. And how big a deal? Because he was hitting shots.
I think he's going to be all over the place, to be honest with you. This map has a lot of opium potential, and it is a map where a really dynamic CT play especially is going to be very key. You can do a lot of things like he said. You can be up towards the balloons, you can be up towards long, you can go to the connector, you can push B. On the T side, it's going to be a lot about late round decisions. Getting ground in the beginning, maybe get the short area towards B and then work with that, do a late round over towards B, or then just rotate all the way to A. So it's gonna be a pretty similar setup in a way as Cash when it comes to decision making and things like that. On Overpass, you can do very similar things here.
And I think it's going to be a question. Of course, I feel like we are a little bit kind of beating the dead horse when we say they have to start strong. But it feels like with any NA team. That's a hard one to say. Any NA team, they have to start strong, because we have seen Luminosity fall a bit flat when they didn't have those early couple of rounds.
Well, do they really have to start strong? I mean,
hang on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we just saw Keydstars.
Oh, we saw Cloud9.
Yeah.
They were 5-0 down. Yeah. The worst start you can possibly have.
6-0.
Was it even 6-0? And then on the other half, 5-0.
Yeah, it was crazy. They lost both pistols, and they lost 11 rounds after pistol. That's just like mind-blowing that they won that game. I don't even know how that worked. But
NA teams have had horrible starts, but still brought it back and been dominate when it counts in the gun rounds, when it's equal. They've been really, really good with their grenades and execute. So, I mean, I think Virtus.Pro has to watch out, but I still predict kind of Virtus.Pro to win.
Well, one of the things I want to look at in this game, because obviously you talked about Virtus.Pro, how fast they can be from their attack from start to end. It's like all over within seconds. Yeah. Now that's actually something that worked well for Envy against Cloud9. Their speed play worked well, and Cloud9 kind of struggled with it. Obviously we saw Envy trying to replicate it towards the end and failing, but it worked well. That's how they were winning the rounds and how they got a streak. Now that's obviously what Virtus.Pro do best. That's their tactics. So you gotta think that gives them a big advantage in this one.
We'll see. I mean, I need one-word answers for the predictions for this one before we do head over to the casters. Start with you, Lee.
Virtus.Pro.
VP.
VP.
VP. It's all VP on the desk.
Like, I feel like
but Cloud9 do have a real shot at this one. Time to jump in with your casters. It's Jason and Lauren. Take it away, guys.
Thank you so much, Alex, and the desk there. A nice little breakdown into a lot of things about these two teams, and there's a lot to be said. So many head-to-heads have happened not too long ago. You look at Gfinity, these two have played time and time again, and we're going into Overpass. Now, you've been looking back at some of the results they've been getting, and it's a little one-sided historically, right?
Yeah, so looking actually at the last time they met Gfinity on Overpass, which was a 16-13 scoreline, there's one man that always comes to mind when looking at this, Bialy. He was on an absolute tear in that game. He went 31-20. He had a 1.51 rating. The second closest person on his team was Taz at 0.97. Like, he absolutely demolished that game. And then just prior, when they were playing against Luminosity on Cobble, he went 22-10, leading his team. This man has really stepped up in these last two events.
Well, he's certainly someone to keep your eyes on going into this. The team's obviously just going to get themselves ready, prepared, and in the right mindset, because I can imagine Virtus.Pro, start of the day, pretty chilled, nice little start for them, comfortable placing into their second game, and now watching all the other EU teams kind of having issues, they're like, wait, is it our turn or are we good? Because it's the theory, isn't it? Virtus.Pro turn up to the big events, and this is certainly a big opportunity for them.
Yeah, I mean, if we keep in mind the prize pool, this is the biggest event in terms of prize pool outside of any major. Like $100,000 for first place. I think it's $60,000 for second. That's ridiculous. And like you said, Virtus.Pro, they will turn up when money's on the line. And on a map like this against a team they just beat the week before, I wonder if they're thinking about Envy, who just beat Cloud9 on cash as well just prior. And then unfortunately they didn't win this time. This is going to be a tough game, and I'm really curious to see how things are going to develop. And in particular, the man you're seeing on your screen, we saw him pick up the op in Cobblestone up against Luminosity. And the thing is about Pasha, he doesn't really run the op that much anymore, and he was hitting almost every single shot. So is he going to do it again here?
Well, that's the thing. I remember speaking to Taz just before the event started. I actually asked him the question about why does sometimes Pasha not AWP? He seems very hit and miss when he wants to or he doesn't. And he just said simply, it's all about how he feels in the moment. Does he feel confident? Does he feel like he's doing well against the other AWP, or is he getting the picks? It's all down to him. Otherwise, they'll let someone else pick it up and play off the back of it. So, and I think that's adding to the new cooling style, I guess, as well, with a looser cooling style.
And speaking of feeling confident, Skadoodle, I mean, that man, he went 26 and 18. He had so many great shots, and I almost want to say it's the Skadoodle show, but we can't also forget about Nothing, who went 25 and 19 against Envious. And you hear from every single pro out there, from every single analyst, when Nothing shows up, he goes ham, and he's starting to do that. And I'm curious if he can keep the momentum going into this game. Freakazoid and Shroud, they finished at 18-19. It's not the best of scores, but they killed when it mattered. They made the frags happen, and they ended up getting the victory nonetheless. So this game on Overpass between these two teams, it's going to be so cool to see. I'm hoping to get a little bit of a Pasha Skadoodle, maybe op battle towards long or something.
That would be beautiful to watch, right?
And you think about Skadoodle, like the clips that happened with him over North America, having like the 1v, or not the 1v5s, but like the aces, the clutches.
On the site, the 1v2 they
ridiculous.
After plant.
Yeah.
Insane. So the knife round's going down right now, as you can see, Virtus.Pro cleaning this one up. But the one thing that comes to mind when I look at EU against NA teams, especially who've played very recently, Virtus.Pro will win that, is the fact when we spoke to CLG after their game against Fnatic, they were saying, we picked this map, we played them 3 times before, we lost those 3 times, but we came back, we took the time, and we learned how to beat them.
It was funny, Hayes was telling me, I was like, why would you pick Mirage against Fnatic? And he said, well, they beat us 3 times. They're going to expect to be able to beat us again. But we're prepared this time, and I think it completely caught them off guard. They had perfect anti-strats. Hayes lied to me about it. It made me look like a fool. They actually did strat that out very well, and it paid off.
Well, the question is, how much has Cloud9 been able to achieve in between what? Gfinity and now, basically? They've had a week-ish, I guess?
Yeah,
not a great deal of time. Yeah, exactly. Not a great deal of time, but if they could have maybe found a little something there, this could be a very interesting game. Bearing in mind, it's still a best of 1. It's very much up in the air. Which Virtus.Pro are we going to see now? Which Virtus.Pro is going to turn up? Is it going to be the ones who can win the tournament? Is it the guys who kind of crumble a little? It's all so questionable at the moment. I thought at the start of the day we'd have a very clear group stage. I think all of us did. I think every single person out there did not expect the way it's gone so far. And we're just going to have to keep our eyes on this. I don't think anyone's to predict anymore.
That's the great things to me about Counter-Strike in general. Anyone can beat anyone at any given time, and especially the best of 1
don't you dare say that given Sunday. Don't you say that.
No. I'm not that bad.
I think Scoots is still up, so you don't want to get him excited.
But it's like just to see these teams who, people question, why are they going? Why is there 4 teams from North America? Why is there only 4 from Europe? Well, you know what, son? America won 3 out of those games, 3 out of 4 games.
I knew you'd be proud of that.
Come on, give them some credit. Yes, it's best of 1 format. But also one thing we have to pay attention to, pistol rounds. Cloud9, unfortunately, didn't win any in their game versus Envious, and you have 2 of the top players in pistol rounds. You have Pasha at a 1.48 rating in pistol rounds, the highest on LAN in 2015, and Jordan, Nothing, at second at 1.47. Pistol round is really going to determine the pace of this game, and we can already see Cloud9 are rushing straight towards B.
Yeah, they've got a plan in mind, and they are not messing around on it. They're starting on that T side, Virtus.Pro on the CT side, and look at this play. Sean going to drop that flash up and over, and straight up they go in. Bialy's going to spot them out, though, and Neo's up in that site.
Oh, Neo, he can do some work here. They're not actually spotting him inside water. Gets the first kill on the Freakazoid. Estrada able to pick up the kill to Bialy. But there we go. Cloud9 able to respond. They get the bomb down. They have some late, I believe that's a flash coming in, or maybe even a decoy. No, it is a flashbang to hold them back. And Taz and Sax are both on sliver of HP.
Yeah, Pasha, the big player you mentioned, has to step up here because he's the only one with armor and a little bit of health, but instantly dinged down. This looks like Cloud9 should win this first pistol. Shroud's going to find Taz. We do have Pasha left alive. He's doing some work, but with 3 players standing, that's Cloud9 starting off very well here. Clean, nice pistol, losing 2, but getting the plant, keeping Skadoodle and Shroud in this. That's really nice beginning for them.
Yeah, well done. It looks like we will see the side of Virtus.Pro actually buy up. We see a lot of pistols, some head armor in there, even a scout for Neo, funny enough.
Ooh, double scout. There we go.
Okay, all right. So we might see them get a little bit, not aggressive, but lock down that long side. Maybe actually push up towards Fountain to go for a cheeky shot or 2. But Cloud9, I wonder, are they going to be aggressive? Are they going to, challenge right off the bat? Or are they going to play slow and smart about this?
I think they look like they want to test the waters, see what they're up against. You know, is this the scouts in play? Are they just on that pistol? And Pasha, we've seen him do this time and time again. There was some lovely synergy back in the online phase. I think it was with him and Bialy. But it is going to force him to go a little further out, commit to the edge of this peak, and you can see the T side coming through. There's that flash coming out. Not going to give him too much, but he's got some information here.
They've actually pushed up towards his left side. They're going to spot him out. He misses the shot, and nothing will pick that up. The rest of them, you can see Snacks trying to work in through underground. Bialy rotating back towards A as they expect the hit to come from there. But Snacks and Taz have already wrapped around to go from behind. They could pick up a couple of kills. Yeah, Shroud, he's in perfect position, takes one down with that Mac 10. And Snacks and Neo, actually the two left to lurk. They clear out the site. The bomb should be planted any moment now. And it looks like this investment out of Virtus.Pro is going to go to waste, but Neo gets the kill on a Freakazoid, does equalize things a little bit.
Yeah, and look at this, Snacks finds Shroud. It's not over just yet, but nothing still has this AK. Head armor, Skadoodle still alive, and nothing comes in with a kill towards Neo, so the chance is substantially lessened now. And well, let's see what Snacks can find, or maybe magically pull out, because the bomb is down, and time is on Cloud9's side.
Well, if anything, they made it expensive for the side of Cloud9. What we didn't really see an investment into the AKs except nothing, and he's still maintaining it, which I would assume if he goes down, Skadoodle will pick up. But Snacks, he's going to push in for this. He doesn't have a kit, so he's got to make these kills happen really quickly. But Cloud9 plans perfectly, not trying to give him any sort of advantage, any sort of head to shoot. Nothing will close that out. So there we go, 2-0 start for Cloud9. Going to pick up a Galil, and Virtus.Pro should be on the full save.
Wow.
It's a good start.
See, the thing is, I can't stop believing the NA hype, you know? That's the thing. I got to cast one game and NA lost. And now I have to just take my time. I've got to play it real slow on this. And the T-side going back in for, you know, a lot of SMGs on the board, P90s, you know, the Mac Daddy coming out to play, and a very aggressive play from Virtus.Pro. Just going to put numbers up, try and maybe hold those close angles with the pistols, catch them off, see if they can do some more monetary damage.
And you saw the pre-nades coming in too. It looked like Cloud9 was expecting them to be really aggressive, which in fact they are, as a 5-man stack towards A with actually Neo kind of towards staircase, but Shroud's going to walk straight into Pasha. Flashbang not going to land. Shroud will pick up the first kill, going to pick up a second as well, gets the third, all hit shots. Wow. That's so much money in his pockets. And now Neo, the last man alive, will fall to Sean Garris. So 3 clean rounds for Cloud9.
And every single player who had the SMG-style weapon picked up a kill that round. The Galil and AK didn't even need to be fired, pretty much. And well, clean 3 rounds. I'd love to see how many times we actually saw clean 3 rounds being picked up throughout this event. It's been changing every time. My mind goes back to TSM against Keed with that crazy T round, that second T round Keed brought out. But here we go. Let's see what we got. We got Skadoodle on the AWP. That's a beautiful touch. And look how aggressive Virtus.Pro are going. They want to get right in their faces here.
This is going to be rough. The AWP with Skadoodle isn't going to be able to be too effective in this position. But then again, he's proved me wrong before. He's going to look for something as Neo picks up the kill onto Freakazoid. Pasha pushed up as well towards Playground. The rest of Cloud9 trying to rotate in to help out. Skadoodle picks up one onto Neo. Shroud picks up one as well, and they're fighting back. Virtus.Pro, they went for this aggressive push, and it's not really working out for them.
It's still a shot, though. You've still got Pasha. You've still got Taz. They have to be able to do something here. And I think it's time to maybe adjust a little because, as you said, they started to lose out on those numbers. Snacks going down, Neo going down. That's a huge loss. But the T side, they've still got, you know, a fair bit to work with. Nothing's a little low. What, 10 HP? Still got a molly, still got a smoke. They can still make something happen. And with Skadoodle alive, you've always got to feel. You've always got to feel there's a chance.
It's not over unless Skadoodle's dead. 100%. And it looks like he wants to be aggressive towards long, just staying scoped in as he pushes up. He does have Shroud there to back him up, and nothing watching the flank. He fortunately fluffs that shot onto Pasha as he will be able to back away, but it looks like they want to commit towards this A site. They still have 30 seconds on the clock, so if they're going to move, they have to do it quickly. And Shroud with a nice opening onto Pasha, and now Taz trying to go for the flank as Bialy rotates towards site.
This is really nice play from Cloud9 so far, but let's see if they can get this site under wraps. Bialy is not too far away. We've got Taz round the back. Bialy on the side does the damage, taking down nothing, but there's the plant. Shroud got it down, but will Skadoodle expected? No, Taz comes in now, 1v2. Shroud has to pull off a 4K to keep this under wraps and not going to get it. Bialy will take him down and will be able to get the defuse.
Great job by Virtus.Pro to come back from that. It looks so grim, especially when they pushed early on, but they did trade 2 for 2, so they left with 3 men alive, and unfortunately Cloud9 unable to defend that bomb. Skadoodle picked up that kill on the Taz. I most certainly thought they should have been able to do it, but you're not going to expect Taz to be in that position, and he played it really patiently too.
Yeah.
Like he heard Skadoodle run, he's like, all right, I just sit here, just wait a couple seconds, pick up a free kill, not to mention get a free op now for Pasha, and then secure that round. Virtus.Pro finally on the board.
And they really needed that. It was a nice little play, though, as you said, 3v2 in the end. The 2 players really stepping up, Taz being one of them. And this is the thing that stood out to me before, was the consistent kind of map control and player presence from Virtus.Pro. Either Pasha pushes up long, or he'll go towards party and really get map control and a lot of presence early into the game. And it was so hard for teams to regain that in the online phases. But whether or not this will ever be a factor now, because we've seen what happens with Cloud9. They can get rolling, they can get that confidence. But you can see they're being cautious here. They're being respectful of how Virtus.Pro likes to play that and just not wanting to walk into the trap. So let's see how this round pans out.
Not to mention, like everyone you seem to talk to about Virtus.Pro is they can flip it on with a switch. It's the flick of the fingers and they can all of a sudden play like Virtus.Pro, like you want to see them do. And that first round's a good start, but Cloud9 don't want to let this momentum shift away from them just yet. Oh, trying to actually spot out Pasha, trying to go for the op shot. He gets it onto nothing. So a nice little frag comes out of him, and it looks like the 2-2 push will come in with Skadoodle and Shroud over towards long. But you've got 3 people here, Taz, Snax, and Pasha, all to defend this push. With 45 seconds to go on the clock, Cloud9 need to make something magical happen.
Yeah, Snax is in a great spot as well. He's pushed himself up unbeknownst to Freakazoid and Sean if they do go for that play, and then Pasha can just try and help him out, create that crossfire elsewhere. But you are seeing the smokes coming into place now. Let's see if Snax can do that impact play, but no, they do check it, but still he gets the 1-4 in exchange, slows down the T side. Now 3 of the CT team are in position.
Taz using that smoke to his advantage, but Freakazoid gets the kill. That's 2 for him so far in this round. Pasha, the only man to defend the site with Neo, actually back towards stairs, but they will get the bomb plant. They will both retreat towards long, but Freakazoid, he's still alive towards restrooms, and they need to get at least that kill to open things up. And I think Neo barely just spotted him. Going to peek up towards long, gets the scout shot, but doesn't get the kill. And Shroud's able to secure that. Pasha on the return though. Bialy coming in, and it's all in the hands of Skadoodle with the plant perfectly for him. He's going to pick up the diffuser. He's just going to hide. He's played this one perfectly, and they have to chase it down. Pasha, can he pick up the kill? And the jump comes in, but it's not enough. And it looks like Pasha will get the diffuse with that kit on his body.
Pasha picking up that 3K. That was a little close to the wire then, and Skadoodle, it felt like he had the chance.
It was fancy.
Fancy jump. I guess he tried to buy a little bit of time, that little bit of an extra second, maybe hoping to be tagged and not killed down, but it's the way it goes. And still, Virtus.Pro now, 2-3, building up. The gun rounds have certainly been going in their favor. Once they got that weaponry beside them, they've really started to shine. But it just looks like, once Cloud9 started, try and play towards A, they've just not really had that potency to it. They've not been getting the work done. And Pasha being so potent, but still. Back on the pistols, we've got the Tech 9s and Deagles out to play. And 1 molly on nothing. And, well, Bialy waiting in the smoke.
So they might try to play it through that too. They're able to pick up a kill at all. Bialy fighting to get contact on his Skadoodle. Taz responsible. The bomb will go down, so they get a lot of money from this, if anything. And nothing will be the last one alive over towards short. Just hiding behind the smoke. Here's the man running across. Can't get the kill. But nonetheless, Cloud9 get the plant. They get the money. And Virtus.Pro only lost 1 man, so not a bad round out of them either.
Yeah, all in all, I think T-side probably not going to get much more than that. It was quite impressive. I think it was almost with 5 players alive on both sides. Very closely the bomb went down. I think maybe Cloud9 were down to 4 by that point, but, smokes coming into place there just worked for them. But money's not fantastic for the T-side at the moment. The only decent player, I'd guess, at the moment who's got a bit of cash is Freakazoid. But yeah, you're going to see the Galil coming in for nothing. Not exactly perfect. Skadoodles can still go for that AWP. And let's see what he can bring to play. I want to see them go back to B almost, or maybe kind of switch up. They just don't seem to be able to break through that Pasha kind of wall that's being created here. And look again, such confidence going for this. And you can see why Skadoodle just got sat down. Pasha makes the impact, backs away, and they've still got Neo being a little later to it, still keeping eyes on. And this is just the power of Virtus.Pro.
And yeah, Pasha doesn't opt that much anymore, but when he does, when he's feeling it, he hits shots like that time and time again. Cloud9 have to be really worried about that. But it seems like a bloodbath in the middle. Both teams really fighting for this fountain area. We see teams like Fnatic do this quite a bit, constantly pushing up on that CT side to really limit the area of the map that the enemy team has to work with. And, again, we want to see, Cloud9 be a little bit more aggressive towards fountain, maybe get that control. They're being mostly shut down towards B, but they're really running a pressure onto this A site.
If you're going to put your money on it, Sean Garris or Pasha, right now I think I know who I'm betting on, and he's certainly watching the right angle. Just about looks away. He could be called out here, and he is. Sean,
the timing.
The timing was perfect for Sean Garris then. He just does manage to crack it open, but Snax is still pushed up along. He's going to lose out on that one, and Freakazoid does get a little control here, but Neo going to place himself in the smoke and puts himself in the best spot possible. Nothing's got the bomb, not crossed yet, buying time with the molly. This could still go in Virtus.Pro's favor.
Oh, Neo gets the kill. I think he didn't even push into the fire. He actually just sat back, got a clean kill, and now we see Sean Garris trying to push in. He gets taken down by Taz and Shroud, the last man alive. Not going to get one. And that is Virtus.Pro securing themselves the 4th round straight. And, Freakazoid, he's been a big talking point for Cloud9. When he shows up, when he can pick up these entry frags, it can help carry Cloud9 to victory. And so far, I have to say, he's been pretty on point. He's picked up quite a few kills. He's got a couple of refrags in there. And he's sitting at 6-6 first team, currently in 2nd place behind Shroud.
Yeah, he's certainly the bulldozer type. It seems that he just kind of goes in and does the dirty work. And if it works, fantastic. And, that's pretty much what he kind of achieves. But see if Bialy's going to be ready, willing, and waiting, because there we go. Skadoodle's going to find him. Peeking down a little lackadaisically. They're not going to be taking his time too much, but here comes the mollies, and here comes the pressure. Taz does at least stop one, and Taz and Neo are still holding on to this, and Taz goes wild. 3 kills then to slow these guys down. And well, Cloud9 are in a bit of a shambles now.
We've seen Skidoo in this position before, though, with the op in hand. He might be able to pull something off yet again. It's not over. 10 seconds to go on the clock. And Neo is just trying to use the smoke to his advantage, trying to get a better angle. And I think Skidoo hurt him. I think Neo is just trying to reposition. Skidoo needs to pick up this first kill, but unfortunately he can't connect. He's down to 5 HP. And it's him and Sean Garris at 100 HP to do something about this. But Snacks coming in from the backside. Skidoo must certainly going to go. But oh my lord, he picks up the kill on his Snacks. He will fall to Pasha. And now Sean Garris in a 1-on-2 situation. He's got the time to work with. He's got the HP. But can he hit the shots?
But the bomb is in the worst place possible. He has to cross past both of these players to even stand a chance. Oh! But Sean catches Neo out right through the wall. But Pasha says no. And Cloud9 staying on those 3 rounds as Virtus.Pro just turning the hell up.
I'm looking at Pasha on the screen and I'm scared. This man, no remorse. His op shots have been on point all day today, even in the Luminosity game. And Cloud9 just don't seem to have an answer. You saw, we saw the op battle of Skadoodle versus Pasha in middle, and Pasha clearly won out on that. Even though, I think it was Natu saying Skadoodle has the fastest reaction time he's ever seen out of an opper.
It's beautiful to watch.
It is, but he's in the moment. He's really feeling it. And that is a scary thing to have. Cloud9 need to break the spirits of Virtus.Pro as they're up 5 rounds straight.
It's going to start hurting. T-side do have, 2 AKs of Galil. Well, make that Galil down to 0 because once again, Pasha and Snacks doing what they do best, just damage after damage. It's insane. Look at this guy. Does go so confident for this, and he almost gets it. Sean will at least take him down, but the confidence is sky high with him.
Well, he bought time for the rest of the team to rotate in too, so they're able to defend onto the bomb site. It looks like the rest of Cloud9, though, Freakazoid, Sean Garris, and Skadoodle not going to be committing anytime soon. And Virtus.Pro have spread themselves a little bit thin. Trans just going to rotate down towards B with Bialy there. And Neo going to hold towards long for that retake. And you can see Cloud9 are just hoping Virtus.Pro are going to push into them.
Well, to be fair, if they slow down this much, maybe they're expecting them to rotate off as well because there's always that chance of B. And
Neo.
Oh my word.
This man.
And I wonder if he's going to take the shot against Skadoodle. If he sees him crossing, I wonder if he's going to take his time. Wow. He still gets the kill. What? How the hell did he do that? Skadoodle had the drop on him.
You shouldn't lose duels like that. You just should not. And credit to Neo to being that quick. He knows exactly where the rest of the team is going out of Cloud9. They're going to come down through stairs to hit towards me. Bialy's waiting. Taz is going to be there in a few seconds. They don't really have the time or the HP to really work with. And Bialy, they should be lined up for. There's the first kill to Freakazoid, looking for the second. And he's not going to miss that. Sean Garris goes down. And Virtus.Pro, well, they just become Virtus.Plow.
Yeah, the great communication then between Bialy and Neo as soon as he heard them walking down. But let's chime in maybe with Cloud9, see how they're dealing with this pressure. Let's see if this works. We're going to just jump in on that TeamSpeak right now.
We'll just take courtyard and we'll delay hit B, okay? We'll try to do a plant strat and do a molly.
Tell me when to plant.
Find molly. That's the new thing we talked about.
All right, so let's see how they do this one. You heard them, they're just calling out what they want to do, how they want to play it out. But Bialy and Neo are in a great position.
It's a lot of money committed into this with the utility, and like I say, Neo in a really good spot, does spot out one man, then they're going to come in. Unfortunately, not really connect, but Freakazoid, if he could pick up this kill, it could open up a very clean plant. And we heard the call of Molly, so they're looking to force Virtus.Pro back. Get a bomb plant down just for some extra income. But will Taz and Neo let them? Or sorry, Taz and Bialy.
It's a dangerous combo. I think Neo's just repositioning as well, maybe up to that balcony, I think. Yeah, he has. He's just taken the time, and now you've got a 3-man crossfire here. This is going to be extraordinarily difficult. The molly's in there, and you can see exactly where this is. Skadoodle's getting it down just next to the edge of that molly. Great plant coming in, but still the retake is so powerful from Virtus.Pro.
Yeah, I don't think they're looking to hold this at all, especially the flashes coming in just to force them away.
But wait, this is the mollies. They've got it lined up for the defuse, I think.
Oh, that might work. Is the smoke still there? I hear the molly go off, but I don't see it down just yet. They're going to buy some time, but the mollies, both of them coming in at the same time. I don't know if it's going to last long enough. They're still holding back. Sean Garris and nothing. They can just stay alive. They can delay this. And you're seeing Pasha try to push it. He gets completely blown out. No one's on the bomb. Sean Garris alone in 1-on-4 situation. Will peek around the corner, take down one, but the bomb will be defused by Bialy. If I think they delayed the Molotovs a little bit longer, that could have actually worked out. You know, obviously they didn't want to die with them in their hands or with them on their bodies, but that was a fantastic little strategy.
Certainly was. You can see the theory behind it, and as you said, just maybe a couple of seconds missing then. And maybe, I know I can't speak Polish too well, but should we check out the Virtus.Pro side? Let's see how it's sounding on the other side.
I know a couple words in Polish.
Najpierw jest Roman. Kurwa, nie widziałem. I ławkę zajął już. Z placu, ławkę.
Smokuje mi ktoś cement?
Ja, góry?
Ja rzucę.
Well, they sound really calm in their comms.
Super calm.
And I did hear the Polish word that I knew in there too, as well. If you guys were listening at home, I'm sure you know what it is. But with 3 men alive, Cloud9 have gotten some control of this round, but can they make this work? Can they get this round? This is going to be so needed out of them.
If they don't check this spot, this could be huge. Taz is in a great position here. He's got Bialy around the back as well. Bialy's not too far away, but Freakazoid takes him down. Now Taz, 1v5. He's going to have to try and do something magical. And great flash comes out from... Oh my god, Taz got 3, but no more to be found. The flash from Cloud9 almost gifted Taz so much more then. That team flash could have been disastrous. But still, Cloud9 now get another one on the board. That's starting to work a little better. The opening pick coming out from SCII obviously helps.
That wasn't great for their economy either. That should have been, a relatively clean round. They lost 3 AKs in that, and their economy is already in shambles at the moment. But they do finally stop the momentum. That was Virtus.Pro picking up 7 rounds straight, and with shots like this, with Taz feeling very confident, like that's really hard to go up against. But it looks like we will have a little bit of a slow play coming out of Cloud9 yet again. But Virtus.Pro, they've gotten aggressive. They pushed up.
Yeah, let's see how Cloud9 want to deal with this one.
One push corner.
Probably. Middle short. One middle short. Scouting.
Coming. I'm here with you, Sean.
Flashback. Stick together. Let's go 5 long. Stick together. Go 5 long.
Long. That's me.
Pretty frantic on the calls there. You can see the plan once again coming out. Sean Garris, people doubt how decisive he can be in his leading, or maybe how intense, but you can hear it there. He's certainly on point in this one, but Taz lurking away. Look at this guy. Oh my word. Taz could be walking in a Snacks Wonderland pretty soon. He does get the first, gets the AK, can't follow up. And now Bialy left in a 1v3, but it's still Bialy.
It's now to 1-on-2 as he picks up the first frag. He's got the head armor. He doesn't have much utility left to work with, but the bomb will be planted. SCII going to be sitting still in sight, as well as Shroud. It looks like they will be able to smoke him off, forcing to push through the smoke, wrap back around towards stairs. You can't count Bialy out. This man has performed so well recently against Cloud9. Even Luminosity earlier, he does get the spray off of the first, but he can't connect onto the second, and Shroud will keep the round in Cloud9's hands. And it's 2 straight for Cloud9, 7-5. Not a terrible scoreline, but I feel like Cloud9 need to pick up a couple more before they can be happy moving over to CT.
Yeah, it's just so much to overcome. As you said, it's like Virtus.Pro on 7 rounds on CT is pretty darn good. They're pretty comfortable on their T side as well. It's not like they're any weaker there. That's the worrying part. But still, let's keep our eyes on this. We've got a 5-man play pushing out of A, and this is all they've got to be able to afford. They're going to try and get in their faces here with these 5-7s, the head armor. They're trying to do something here, and, well, Cloud9 better be ready.
They have to be. They have smokes. They can back away. Pasha, though, gets the first kill and gets the bomb. More importantly, Freakazoid pushed up a little bit. Stacks comes up with 2, and Stacks going to get the 3rd as he comes behind on SCII. He's going to turn around, maybe get the 4th. He's going to get it, and Stacks picks up 4 kills. This man is on fire.
Unbelievable play. As soon as you thought there was a glimmer of hope for Cloud9, it just gets shattered.
It was the bomb.
Once again.
If Freakazoid wasn't that far pushed up and he didn't lose the bomb there, they could have backed away, went towards T-spawn, towards B, forced Virtus.Pro to walk into them, but they had a contest, and that just threw everything out the door for them.
That's got to be heartbreaking for these guys. That was the chance to maybe get that little closer, get that little bit of a buffer round coming into that CT side they're going to be on soon for Cloud9, but not to be the case. But let's see what they have now in store. They're going to switch things up a little. This is different. They're not going for that slower kind of play towards A. Definitely putting more attention towards B. This is the first time they've done this in a little while. It's seemingly like they tried to overdo the likes of Passion. I think they've just learned from that lesson.
One times they've really hit this was one gun round where they unfortunately failed, and then the pistol round, and then a round just prior with the Molotovs. Like they've gone there 3 times, and they've been successful only 1 with bomb plants, I think, in every single one of those, though. But they're going to try. They've been shut down at A quite a few times, but there's a 3-man kind of stacker. There's Taz, Bialy, and Neo all waiting.
Certainly not easy to break through, but they still seem fairly dedicated to this. I think Taz may have just seen SCII then as well, so they're not going to go anywhere. They're going to stick this out. If they've just seen players as well, then they're not going to move. And it looks like the push is coming in. Nice play from the T side. The pop flash comes through, and Freakazoid does what he does best. Finally open up these sights, but there's still Neo. He's still waiting. He's still doing damage, but can they support him?
Oh, Freakazoid picks up a second onto Taz. That's fantastic work out of this man, equalizing things at 3 apiece, but Neo does respond on the SCII. Shroud will fall as well. It's all the hands of Freakazoid. The man with the biceps up against the team with the biceps. Let's see if he can do anything about this, as sitting there with the AK will go down. Snacks does close out the round and get Virtus.Pro 1 step closer to that 10th round on CT side.
And the difference between, the way these guys are playing, you can hear that cool, calm collectedness of Virtus.Pro coming out again, but the T side now going to have to scrape something together, and I wonder if we're going to see that Molotov play, Molly play. It looks like only Sean has it at the moment, so maybe nothing can't afford it. I'm not too sure. I didn't check his mind.
He's got a Zeus at least.
Yeah, he's got a Zeus. Maybe they're going to go for this. I wonder if they're going to make that play down the line. It looks fairly similar, but still, Snax is in a wonderful spot here, and they're all coming towards him. He's got 5 players running right at him, but no, Freakazoid will find him for the 1-for-1 exchange. But the damage is pretty irrevocable at this point.
He forced him to walk through the Molotov just to actually get to him. They do get the kill. They do save the guns, so it's a 3-on-4. There's a double up, though, with Neo and Pasha sitting currently on those. And I wonder if Sean is actually going to use that Zeus or if he's just going to hold on to it for now. But they're starting to work towards long, and Taz is already way in this direction. Actually, you cut off this angle. And Pasha is basically just locking down these restrooms. So they have a minute to work with. They could potentially make something happen. But they're going to need some amazing shots to open up the site. I think Taz just barely caught a glimpse of them there, too.
He's certainly holding the angle. Taking his time on this one. Smoke comes in. Taz waiting for the flashes. He actually does get caught by it, and the T side will be pretty darn close, but Taz has a great little kind of spot through that smoke, sprays down wildly, not going to get anything, and Pasha sneaks around.
Can't see anything, but he pushes through the smoke. He doesn't even get the tag onto one. He misses the second shot, and that's Sean Garris coming up big. Taz, though, responding onto nothing, getting the second on Skadoodle, and it's Sean Garris now in a 1-on-3 with a man right behind him. He will fall, and Virtus.Pro will take 10 rounds on the CT side of Overpass.
I think we're finally seeing what we expected. Virtus.Pro really the only EU team who's turned up with a little bit of strength here. I don't know what to say about this one. Cloud9 just kind of running out of steam, it seems, a little bit on occasion, not quite having that potency that we saw before up against Envy. But still, I think this is a great display from Virtus.Pro. This is the Virtus.Pro that I like to see. This is the Virtus.Pro that can go far in these tournaments. But still, what are your thoughts so far of these two teams? How are they performing against each other?
It's interesting to see the little bit of intricacies we had with the op duel. I feel like Skadoodle he didn't really get shut down. I mean, he finished 11-12, the second highest frags on his team, but he wasn't able to just run around and do what he wanted. It wasn't the Skadoodle show. Pasha really stepped up on that CT side, finishing 12-10, and he had so many fantastic shots with the op. It was really cool to see him kind of inform with that weapon since he's been shying away from it lately. But, Virtus.Pro, they had great control. They took, 7 rounds straight on the CT side, and then closed out with the last 3. And Cloud9 just didn't seem to have an answer to this pressure, this force that Virtus.Pro can be.
Virtus.Pro back in action, but still. 10-5, we're going to be getting ready to go back in on the second half here. Virtus.Pro leading this one by quite some margin, stamping EU authority back into this event, at least for now. We'll be seeing what they can do on that T side.
Skadoodle being very aggressive in the beginning, trying to actually catch a little bit of information on this pistol round. Virtus.Pro going back to playing slow. You've got Bialy and Neo over towards long. Taz, Pasha, and Snax over towards playground. And you can see Cloud9 are using quite a bit in the beginning just to see what the enemy team is.
And they've got 2 mollies as well, so
they do.
Kind of interesting to see them going for this sort of purchase. Skadoodle having the diffuse kit there, and only nothing in Shroud going for the armor, so kind of interesting. See how they're going to put that into practice. We'll have to wait until the later stage of this round to see where they want to utilize it, what the plan is. Clearly being far more strategic than before. Cloud9, they're clearly doing their homework here, but at the moment, Bomb's not really going towards that A side.
Rotating back over towards B. Pasha going to be the man on the lurk. And the rest of Virtus.Pro, looks like they do want to stack up and see in towards site. They still have so much time to work with. And they do have 1 flashbang out of Snax, which can open up the site. There we go, Neo rushing straight in, hasn't been spotted out as he does get the flash in onto the enemy team. Shonger's trying to watch for the rotates from A, but there we go, nothing, trying to connect the shots. Neo gets 1 onto Shroud, but all he has is the knife, and he's gonna go for it, but Neo does pick up the kill, and Neo won't get the second, or the third, unfortunately. And the bomb is actually rotated back towards A instead, but doesn't matter. Bialy and Neo, the 2-man squad, over towards B, shut the round out.
Yeah, so a bomb plant and a complete wipe. Virtus.Pro couldn't get any more if they wanted to out of that round, almost absolutely picture perfect, and really just... Sadly for Cloud9, they look a little bit shambolic, if I'm honest.
Well, the 2 incendiary grenades they picked up, they didn't even use, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. All the way around.
Yeah. So, looks like Virtus.Pro on 3 SMGs and 2 AK is going to push straight towards B. Actually, face them outright. We do have Shroud of Nothing in towards stairs. Bialy just running straight towards site. He's not even being challenged just yet, but Nothing picks up 1.
Well, that might be all he gets, sadly, is look at this. Pasha walks in, says hello, and that's pretty much site is ours. We've lost 1 player, sure, but we've still got 2 rifles in the game. We've got the P90 on Pasha, and Bialy still holding close. So really, Skadoodle, Shroud of Nothing, going to be struggling here.
I think Shroud of Nothing actually just going to save, maybe look for some exit frags. Skadoodle, the only man, actually still be pushed up towards the site, but might as well save the armor. Skadoodle with the MAC-10 and a smoke. Again, just trying to look for something to happen, but Virtus.Pro, this is a strong start. The pistol round was really needed by Cloud9 considering that first half scoreline, and yet Virtus.Pro have just completely walked over them.
Virtus.Pro doing what they need to. That's the thing. They've turned up and meant business. It's something that I expected from all the EU teams. I didn't expect it just to be Virtus.Pro so far who've turned up with that plan in mind. But at the moment, it's looking very decisively in their favor. And I kind of want to hear the kind of communication alongside Cloud9 at the moment. I think I'm going to jump back into the TeamSpeak very soon just to hear how they're doing, hear what the mentality's like more than what they're calling. Let's find out how it's sounding.
Hoping they do it. I'm going to play in the locker.
I have a flash. Let me know, boys. Okay. Dude, I'm gonna get close to rock right now. Fuck it.
I'll play by tree.
They're doing the B thing again, I think. Heard double flashes over B. Yeah.
There we go. So they clearly know what's going on. They do sound a little disheartened.
Yeah, they do. I mean, they're still communicating at least. They're not just, being quiet and getting frustrated about themselves and nothing. Just going to try to flash them in, I believe, from A. Actually, they're not even going to be in the position to challenge him. Shongar's pushing T spawn. You have the rest of them just kind of sitting towards A. Not sure exactly what's going on in terms of what they're doing. They're just kind of playing back, maybe trying to save the goods for the next round, maybe hoping to be chased down by Virtus.Pro, but VP, there's no real reason to when enemy team only has a couple 5.7s and a P250.
Yeah, Virtus.Pro are just so much in control. They've lost 0% of the health they had at the start of this round. They've got a bomb plant. They're going to take every gun out of this pretty much, unless maybe Shongaris catches one. But they're even kind of like going the wrong way around. They're like, did they disconnect? Where are these guys? Because Cloud9 are just gone. And I think Sean just died to the bomb.
All right, well, things happen. We are going to have Cloud9 back on the bye, though. 13-5, Virtus.Pro are looking solid on the T side, just as solid as they were on the CT. Scoodle will have that op in hand, and Scoodle will be very aggressive over towards Fountain, but the rest of Virtus.Pro are going to be pushing up towards B, sending 3 men there. Taz over towards Playground. And Pasha, is he just really going to be ballsy and charge straight in? He gets nated down to 40 health, but he's going to get the first kill.
No, Neo got it with the molly, but it was still pretty much almost his then. And look at this play coming out. But finally, they do break back in. Freakazoid does find Snacks. They slow it down, maybe punishing this very confident, almost bad manner style, straight in, we don't care, we're going to treat you like you're on 5 rounds. Exactly, and that's what I was saying on the desk. I think it was Natu brought it up, that they're just going to do this time and time again because they can. And on 13 rounds, why not? You've got that little bit of buffer. Get in their heads. Just show them that you mean business. And right now, even the 3 players are standing feel dangerous to me on that Virtus.Pro side.
Keep in mind, Virtus.Pro went 16-4 up against Luminosity just earlier on Cobblestone. But we are going to have, looks like a successful round. Virtus.Pro, they sent Pasha rushing through with P90 at Bialy with a Mac 10 there. So not really heavily invested into the round. Maybe looking to just really rub salt into the wound. But Cloud9, you can't give them too much or they might just run away with this game. Like, they can easily equalize this as long as they can get some sort of momentum going.
I don't know. I'm not sure if I was like joining you on that.
But I feel like they get some sort of momentum. You get Skadoodle back on the op in the position to make plays happen. They very well could, at least bring it back a couple more rounds.
They definitely could. There could be a closer game here than what we're seeing. I just think the Virtus.Pro still have so much more to bring that I don't know how deep Cloud9 can dig. That's the biggest question, And look at this. We're going to see a nice play coming out towards that B-bomb side. We've got that 3-2 play coming in. Neo, Bialy, Pasha start to make the play. Neo gets Shroud down, and already they've just smothered this site in smoke. They know what they want, though. Nothing and Freakazoid are pretty close, though.
Smoke and fire just completely pushing them back. The bomb will get put down, but nothing. Peeking between the 2 smokes. Picks up 1, but Neo, she will take it down. Freakazoid going to give a chance, though. He picks up the first kill on Neo. Looking for number 2. Some man off to his left, using that smoke to his advantage. It's still a 3-on-3 situation. If he can pick up this kill on the Pasha, it might open things up. But he gets taken on by Bialy. He picks up 2. And now Skadoodle, the last man alive, trying to save the up. Looks like he will just back away, bring it into the next round. But Virtus.Pro going to be on 14. And that take, it just seemed all too simple. It was just the aim battles they were winning. It wasn't really, the smokes blocking out the enemy team. It's just like, all right, well, I see your head. I'm going to take it off.
It's such a shame. Nothing had a great opportunity then. Sprayed down on the first, and by the time the second came through, he just didn't have the opportunity. But Skadoodle fighting as hard as he can for this one, and I think he did manage to keep hold of the AWP at the end then. So at least he keeps that, but the economy outside of that's pretty poor. 1.4k for Shroud. He's not exactly in the best position here, and I worry that Cloud9 don't really have much more to bring to the plate. If they want to build up, and build back into this, it has to start now. There's no more room to breathe. You put Virtus.Pro on 15, it's done and dusted. I don't care if you want to tell me it's round by round. Skadoodle, Sean, both looking a little bit more aggressive, but not by much. They're still being quite careful and not overextending, and I guess you can tell why. Virtus.Pro are right in their heads, and you can't blame them for being a little bit more cautious.
Just Snacks really doesn't care about pushing through a smoke either. This man. he's fearless. But, you know, Cloud9, I wonder if they can pick up a couple of kills. Skadoodle, again, you see, trying to be aggressive, trying to actually spot them out. I'm amazed at how easily Virtus.Pro have been able to take that B site time and time again. Typically, you see teams always work towards A. You know, so many more angles you can hit it from, so many set smokes so you can get that bomb down and force the enemy to be on the retake. But it looks like Pasha, again, just playing for kills, playing to get a Cloud9 out of position. And Skadoodle, he's going to need to connect some major shots.
I don't know if he saw him. Even if he did, it doesn't matter. Pasha will get the first hit. Sean Garris is going to be trying to lock down long, but that's all there is there. Snax was the only player, but Pasha's now starting to toy with it. Nothing's got the site under some control, at least. Nice work from Sean Garris, finally gaining some control on this map. 3 players now remaining for the T side are going to have to make a play, and nothing has to land these shots. There's no two ways about it. If they get into this site, you've got to feel maybe they could wreak that havoc.
Well, you're seeing, I guess, why Virtus.Pro are going towards B often, because Cloud9 can lock down this A site, but Neo responding on to Sean Garris, looking for that second, and Freakazoid catches him off guard. Sean definitely saving that round with that great peek over towards long, able to catch out Pasha. So 14-7, the game's not over just yet. Cloud9 able to fully buy up. And Virtus.Pro, I'm actually curious if they're going to go for the save. I'm trying to actually check out their money real quick. Yeah, they're going to be forced on actually a force buy. Never mind, they're going for it. They want to continue this pressure and take that 15th round.
Maybe not completely ideal, just 2 rifles and the 3 Tech 9s rather than the other way around that it seems that most people like to do, you know, the 2 Tech 9s, 3 rifles, but still, it's Virtus.Pro. If they want to go aggressive, it looks like they do. Freakazoid's going to be having to receive this very quickly. They're going straight through the smoke. They don't care, and well, Shroud this time actually kicks into gear. 2 kills back-to-back. Freakazoid on the cleanup, leaving just Snax alive, and, well, no bomb plant to be had here either for Virtus.Pro, and I don't know if Snax can get away with any gun here, apart from maybe that Tech 9.
Well, currently he's working up towards short, and Sean Garris, Freakazoid, and Skadoodle, all 3 are not even looking this direction, but I'm noticing just a few. Freakazoid needs to keep that gun, and his head completely taken off Snax. Don't tell me you can do this. He looks towards upper. He can't connect the shot to Skadoodle for now, but Sean has to be careful, and Sean does get the kill, his first of the round, taking Cloud9 to that 8th round. For some reason, I feel like the comeback can be on. I mean, Virtus.Pro, they're going to be on the save, so we're expecting maybe 9th round for Cloud9, and they finally seem to have locked down that B control a bit better, albeit, you know, it was against 2 AKs and 3 Tech 9s, but they seem to finally have that control, and Shroud is starting to step up.
Yeah, and let's see how that's sounding now for Cloud9.
If you want to get down there, then you can, like on their right.
We winning.
Flashing. Flashing fountain. 2 blue.
Yeah.
Party.
I'm coming back to site.
All right, well, I think they've got the idea of what's going on here. The T-side are making another very decisive play, but Bialy this time will do at least the early damage.
Skadoodle, can he get any kills from his position? He gets one from Optimus. Nothing, gets one as well. He's trying to shoot through the fire and flames, but he can't connect the shots. He's getting rushed down, but he gets around the corner. Can he turn and pick up the kill? Snax gonna be last but alive, and Skadoodle coming up huge, picks up 2, stays alive for his team, and takes Cloud9 to their 9th round.
Whew, flick of the wrist and all that. That guy, these shots
so
he hits.
calm under pressure.
You know what? All right, that was a big round, I guess, considering the scoreline. But he was against the side with Tech 9s there in his face. But the way he hits these shots is just incredible to watch. That is a beautiful, beautiful, bit of play coming out from him. But still, we're going to be seeing once again the T side with very little money. Virtus.Pro just maybe thinking we can still force this eventually.
They keep forcing. They forced the Tech 9 armor last time, but they got shut down. Now they're looking for a little bit of a push towards B. Taz lead the charge with Pasha behind him, and he will get the ding onto Shroud, but not the kill just yet. 1 HP. Skadoodle to pick up the first. Freakazoid picks up 1 as well. And there's actually 2 men on the side of Virtus.Pro pushing towards A. Skadoodle trying to hold this one down. It's going to be a little bit tough as they rush straight to him, and Neo will pick up that kill, but still a 4-on-3. Virtus.Pro still could pull this off.
Yeah, Sean and Nothing just pushed the hell out, and now they've left them completely on the side. The bomb's going down on B, but here we go. This is going to be a big telling point for Freakazoid. 1v1, he comes up with the goods, and now Bialy, 1v3. Bomb is planted. He takes down Nothing, looks for the second. He tags up Sean to 21 HP, but regardless, Freakazoid coming in with the defuse. This is going to be 14-10.
That was so ballsy, though. If Freakazoid didn't win that duel,
it could have been over.
It could have been over. It could have been 15th round for Virtus.Pro, and that almost threw the game for them.
Even him saying, HP, Sean, with a little sad face, like, come on, please. But still, 14-10. But this is my big testing point. This is, it was great the other rounds, but they were on that force up. They were on that Tech 9. This is the big one. Now they've got the guns. Now they've got the firepower. They have every bit of utility they want. What the hell did Virtus.Pro do? And it looks like even Cloud9 have something in mind as well.
Oh, wow, this 3-man push actually coming out of them. 2 towards
longest
Skadoodle, over towards Restrooms. He still has the up in hand, though. He's able to save it from the last round. He's not going to have the opportunity to pick up anyone just yet, but they know Virtus.Pro are starting to edge towards this A site posture, looking for that peek over towards long. I'd imagine Snacks or someone's going to flash him in momentarily. But if Sean and Nothing, if they can work this combo really well, and completely lock down this long area. Sean, he's not going to get flashed up, picks up the first kill. He will have Nothing off to the side, but Nothing not going to actually peek out. He's going to be going back towards Restroom, trying to back away, smokes it off, but gets rushed down by Taz, and that combo not working out. Now it's on the 3 men left to Cloud9.
Nothing really got left to his own devices then. There was no one there to support him. I don't know how he didn't even expect that to be a play. Maybe expecting Skadoodle to stick around longer, holding that push, but not the case. But it looks like Virtus.Pro are actually kind of considering B here.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a fake towards A.
Yeah, Shroud and Freakazoid are still on this side. They've not gone yet. This could still be a big moment for Cloud9. They can still lock this down. They have at least some numbers on this one.
Nice smoke coming into to lock down lower from CT side. Freakazoid missing the jump though to try to challenge on towards short. He needs some help in this side. Shroud's back here as well. They're both forced into this tough situation. Shroud comes up with one, but can't get much more than that. Now it's all in Skadoodle in a 1-on-3. And unfortunately, there's not much more he can do than that. And Virtus.Pro now one round away from getting into the semifinals.
And I've got to feel that slight lack of communication, that slight bit of, Nothing being called out.
It was Shroud and Nothing towards long. Or sorry, not Shroud. Sean Garrison, Nothing. Yeah. He was pushed up, and I feel like Nothing was supposed to be there to back him up right when Sean started shooting. But he went towards Restroom to stop the push coming in from Fountain side, and he ended up getting taken out from that position anyways.
Yeah. It's a bit of a shame to watch. I think we do have a pause here coming in, just so maybe Cloud9 need to discuss.
Are we allowed to listen in?
I don't want to, just in case. I know we probably could, but just in case, the others have their mic open or something, and there's no game sound to kind of tune it out. So let's leave it as is. But looking at the economy here, it's pretty poor for Cloud9. They don't have a great deal. We're going to see a little bit of something coming in for Sean Garris. He's probably going to drop that off, I can imagine. Maybe give that to Shroud. And I don't know what they can pull together. This is the big question. How much can they make happen? They've been struggling against Virtus.Pro, even when they have guns, let alone now that they're down to 5-7's a lot of utility. This is a huge round. Let's see how they do here.
It's going to be tough. They do have a 3-man push out towards A yet again. Nothing in Skadoodle getting straight down towards stairs. Snacks will be waiting for that, but Taz is pushing up quickly towards short. He's going to spot the 2-man. He gets taken down though in a 1-for-1 trade. Skadoodle going to drop from Snacks. And just like that,
guns lost.
Pro have a man advantage. And like you said, the guns have been lost. They're down to the 5-7s. They're being sprayed through smoke. Snacks trying to catch out Nothing, who's just going to back away and try to play safe for now. But Cloud9 are only on 3 men, and they don't have much damage done to the rest of VP.
And look at even the utility left with Virtus.Pro. It's so early into this round. They still got the mollies, the smokes, the flashes. My heart breaks a little for Cloud9, but it's kind of going the way it should there. Neo does find Nothing, and now Sean Garris at least was able to retrieve 1 gun, but Freakazoid with him only has that 5-7. Snacks is going hunting. Look how confident he is.
Sean can get this though. Oh, he could have got that. Would have been the bomb down, but now Freakazoid the last man alive in a 1-on-4. The bomb heading quickly over towards the B side as well, and it's a lot to ask for one of the newest men on the team, but he's going to charge straight through the fire, taking about 50 damage from that. He's going to push straight up, and they're not even on sight yet, and they catch him out. So Virtus.Pro, they're going to move through into the semifinals on Saturday, and Cloud9 will be up in the quarterfinals played tomorrow.
Yeah, Cloud9 there just got a little outdone. There was so much damage done by Virtus.Pro early into this game. I just... I love watching Taz on camera, the guy. But no, I felt a little bit for Cloud9. Some of the rounds they lost would have been so pivotal to the way the game played out in the end, but it's the way the cookie crumbles, and Virtus.Pro just look like the Virtus.Pro that can do really, really well at these events.
They do, and like we said before, when the money's on the line, they seem to just really step up for their team. $100,000 for first place, 60,000 I believe it is for second, and 25 for third, fourth. Like, that's a lot of money. Outside of any major, this is the biggest prize pool they've had in an offline event that isn't a major. And Cloud9, I mean, they can't be too sad. I mean, they did beat Envious, so they at least have that to look forward to, and they will be playing, I think, tomorrow in the quarterfinal.
Well, there's a lot more to be seen from these boys. It's not over yet, and we can only hope we see a little bit more of that Cloud9 magic down the line. However, for now, let's hand it off to the desk.
Thank you very much, Lauren. It's one of those games where you do look at it and realize VP can play out of their minds so comfortably. They seem to just have a switch that they hit. That's how you guys summarized it, and they looked very, very comfortable there against Cloud9. Is that the word we're going to use? Would you guys agree across the board, comfortable against Cloud9, or was there a couple of shakes for you, Devilwalk?
I kind of feel like Cloud9 actually played a very solid T side. They had opportunities to get rounds pretty much every round. They were really, really close, but in the end of the round, all the 3-on-3s, like 3-on-4 situation, even when they were men down, like Neo would kill like one guy, stay alive, be very like make it very, very awkward for Cloud9 to actually push into like the A side.
I think we have an example of that as well.
Yeah.
So we'll try and make sure we can find that because it was crucial, right?
Yeah, it's just like one kill. He stops this push, and now they know they have all the information. They know that like they have a guy on long. They have to pick up the bomb. It's panic mode here for Cloud9, and they just win the round because of it. He gains the information. They're rotating to B, and there's no way they're gonna win the round with that one kill.
And that, I mean, I guess that comes down to positioning more than anything, and that's something Neo has.
Game sense. I mean, unbelievable game sense. He's got so much experience. Not a lot of players can rival, and it just goes to show that not every kill has to be a highlight reel kill to be impactful. That's what you just saw there.
Yeah,
I think there's also a moment of calm once again across Europe. Everybody's like, "It's okay, guys, we're in the semi-final. We've got a European team there. Let's not get carried away now." I know in North America we've got one in there already. They haven't played yet, but there's definitely going to be one there. But I think, we all called it. We all said VP were going to win. It's kind of like back to normal finally.
Like this is the one I really, really love. He gets that frag, and I mean, they win the round. There's no way Cloud9 is going to push and kill Neo or get the bomb plant because he's alive there. He just gets one frag.
Positioning then.
Yeah.
Just
one
make it
frag
awkward.
and he wins the entire round. And I mean, even the moment before, he was in CT main. He pushed through 2 smokes to get into long, gets 1 frag, and like, I mean, it's just very, very intelligent and smart play. Like the needed play. They really, really needed that play.
And I mean, when you say they needed it, it's because Cloud9 really were a presence in that game.
Yeah.
I said comfortable, and it is safe to say that Virtus.Pro probably weren't as concerned as they have been in their previous games after watching, they've been watching all the other teams fall to NA, and they've been kind of looking a little bit concerned.
From that point of view, how do we gauge it? Do we now think Virtus.Pro, are they suddenly the favourites? Because like last week, you didn't know what was going on with Virtus.Pro. This week, suddenly they are solid. But then again, all they've actually beat is Luminosity and Cloud9.
That's the point.
I think you kind of have to gauge it the same way we gauged like the victories for Cloud9 and Cade. Like they kind of have to do something with it, not just win one game. And I kind of feel like if they just lose one game, TSM and Fnatic, I think they still like can bring it back and kind of.
Not both of them.
Yeah, not both of them. But obviously they're facing off each other, and it's very, very tough for either one. But I think the one who actually wins that match will probably go on to go to the finals.
Yeah, one can't forget really on this match that the first half, like we said, Neo had a lot of impact, but also Pasha. He was doing a lot of initial kills, and then he was doing a lot of end round kills also. So he had those 2 guys I thought were the ones that had the most impact and made the scoreline like it was in the first half, because it could have easily gone 8-7-ish for Cloud9 if some of these situations would have gone the other way around.
Yeah, I mean, finding openers against Cloud9 really just kind of stops them in their tracks, because something that I think you said off air, or I'm not sure if it was Deathwalk or Moses, in fact, we had a big kind of group discussion. Basically, the main expression was a lot of NA teams rely on full 5-man team executes. Like once they start losing players before they get to that position, things can go horribly wrong. And when Pasha's getting openers on Overpass, you're going to have struggle hitting those sites. So again, a big congratulations to Virtus.Pro. They're going to now be sitting in that semi-final spot quite comfortably. And it's time for us to get an interview underway. So once again, magical transition. D-Man's about to disappear.
I'm going to. I'm just waiting for the camera to
and, we
they're just going to keep me on here for a little bit longer. I'm even getting my own close-up now.
Okay. So, that's just in case you forgot who he was. We are now going to be bringing Pasha on, and we're going to be doing a bicep measuring contest and various other things. I mean, I suppose we can talk about the game as well. I guess that's something we can
Me versus Pasha?
Yeah, okay, arm wrestle.
That would be great.
Can we bet on that?
Pasha. Yeah, can we bet skins?
Could you do like a crazy bet and actually bet on me like I did for Luminosity?
Yeah, full YOLO.
Yeah, full YOLO, man.
Okay, let's do it. We're still up. There we go. There we go. The magical transition hasn't been so magical this time. That's not our fault.
So smooth.
We are super smooth, silky smooth, as it is going to be. I mean, what do we need to know from Pasha? First of all, is going to be how much he looked into Cloud9. That's probably going to be the first question. As I say that, we are now going to be joined by the one, the only Pasha Biceps. How you
Hello,
doing,
gentlemen.
Hello. Welcome to the desk, dude.
Hello,
Congratulations
I like this
on the win.
The fan just...
Yeah, it's nice. You're going to keep nice and cool here.
But please, the level English, like in Counter-Strike Silver.
Silver English.
Silver English.
We can do that for you. So, I mean, that must feel like was that an easy win for you? Did you have to work hard for that?
We play versus Cloud9 in Gfinity. It was like 5 or 4 days ago.
Yeah.
So we know about them a lot. We play Overpass also. So our lesson for this map prepare very well, my friend.
Okay, you were ready for this.
Yeah.
You were ready. And I mean, you were very, very good yourself finding easy picks with the AWP. Was that something you're using more now? We're seeing you pick up the AWP more often.
You will see, my friend.
Okay.
We will see. But we can make it more rounds in city. It should be like 13-2 or 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Modest.
Yeah,
Modest man here.
Well, we had Taz say Dust 2 is our best map, and now Pasha's now saying we got the AWP as well. Any questions from you guys?
No, I mean, I thought the T side was very, very solid. Once you got the lead, you kind of just had the necessary rounds to kind of close it out, even though, you know, Cloud9 mounted a comeback. But I kind of want to, like, how does it feel to, like, have Neo as a teammate? Like, even these rounds when he gets just one kill, he has the major impact and wins kind of the rounds for you. Like,
I told him if you shave the head,
yeah,
you will back like 1.6 legend. And it was, you know, real true from real brother from his team. Yeah, we play force, and I'm not sure, guys, they have a lot of money or when we forces the round, right?
I think they were just about like, I think 3 could buy or something, and 2 were out.
I was just going to say, what is your thought on what's happened earlier today? Fnatic losing, TSM losing, Envy. Like, what do you think about all these results?
I think they, to be honest, they probably think it's easy wins versus them, so we can not full control like the 100%. We can play a little bit relaxed. I saw the match, they running for frags, and if you lose the 2 rounds, no money, later it's problems.
Right.
So
yeah, it's all about confidence. Thanks very much, Pasha. Congratulations on the win, dude. And it's time for us to say goodbye once again. It's time for us, though, to talk a little bit about theScore eSports. They have an application where you can basically catch up on all of the eSports news. And my friend is out of there.
See
you later, dude.
See you, buddy. Thanks for stopping by.
I should just walk.
I love
this is some quality TV we're just making.
I just headbutted the laptop. Ow! Oh, right. Can we start again? So, head over to theScore eSports app. That is not good. Ow, that really hurts. Okay, head over to the application and check that out. It's time for us to say goodbye. We'll be back after the break while I check on my concussion.